Good morning. So, I've had my coffee this morning, and get another shot real quick. And I've just been driving and preaching to thin air. So I was like, well, why don't I record this? So I started thinking about if I was on stage preaching, and it just kind of went from there. And but I like the direction it was going in, and I'll share with you what I was monologuing about, because if anybody could just put a camera on me in a truck, which is what I'm doing right now, this is what it looks like. So the question is, I've heard before, why did God allow the serpent in the garden? And when the answer hit me one day, it hit me like a ton of bricks, okay? And this is probably actually within the past year. I was thinking about it because I was following or looking into atheist groups and just reading some of the questions that they would pose. And I saw that question come up, and again, when the answer hit me, I can see my English teacher say, when somebody goes from writing a bad paper to a good paper, it's like God places his thumb on them, and all of a sudden they just understand. Love you, Miss Adelberg. But yeah, when the answer hit me, I was like, why did I never think of this before? Okay, so the answer is, he wasn't afraid of the serpent. I know that sounds so simple, but honest to God, that's the only answer you need to know. God created Adam as this superhuman being, okay, for lack of a better word. And in the verses preceding the conversation where Eve was deceived, God gives Adam and Eve dominion over all the earth, over all the animals, over all the birds of the sky, all the fish of the sea. They have dominion. It's very important. Remember that. They have dominion. They have power and authority. Okay? That serpent had nothing on Adam and Eve. Had nothing. So, when they fell, I'm going to give you this analogy. Imagine the most advanced tactical Navy SEAL. Okay? Just picture that. Okay? I want body armor, head to toe. I want night vision goggles. I want the latest and greatest weapons and tech. Okay? That was Adam and Eve. Okay? Untouchable by nobody else on planet Earth. They weren't afraid of nothing. They had the means and the equipment to handle any threat that was thrown against them. And God beefed them up, gave them everything they needed, equipped them, and said, all right, Adam and Eve, the bad guys have no body armor, no tactical military gear of any kind. All they have is butter knives. You shouldn't be afraid. You got this. And then they went and lost the fight. Okay, so I want you to keep in mind that visual of just an overwhelming ability to handle the situation, okay? And they lost. And God, since then, since that time, has been doing the opposite to sin, taking insignificant things and overpowering sin. And In 3 words, I'm going to give you the perfect analogy, and you're going to know exactly what I'm trying to get at. David and Goliath. I hope that sinks in. I hope you just got it. I hope the wonders of the universe were just imparted to you. So the Philistines created this, I don't want to say they created this man, but this giant of a man, okay? They gave him the latest and greatest in weapon tech. The Bible goes on about how a grown man had to carry his shield around, okay? He had a shield bearer, an armor bearer. The Bible goes on to talk about how long his spear was, how heavy it was, and all it's doing is basically telling you how tactically advanced this man was, how much of an edge he had over anybody else, as if he had power and dominion over any other human being. And God said, okay, I got this. Let me show you what I can do. Let's send David out there, who by all aspects, if you compared them and you had both of them in a fight and you were a betting man, just looking at them physically, you go, okay, Goliath's going to win this fight. And I honestly think that concludes my message. That's I can quit right here. So I keep wanting to use the word irony, like God's doing the opposite to sin, and I know that like there's a way to say it, but I just can't think of it in this morning brain. I haven't had enough coffee or something. But the way that sin defeated Adam and Eve and made them fall is in a similar manner the way righteousness overpowers sin and death. And I saw that visual to recap of Adam had all the power, dominion, and authority over sin, and he lost the fight. He shouldn't have. By all means, he had everything equipped to handle that fight. He shouldn't have lost. And then I can go all over the Bible, okay, and find examples like David and Goliath. The walls of Jericho jump out to me next. You know, by all means, the Bible goes on to talk about how impenetrable, impregnable, whatever the word is, how thick the stones were that built this castle or building, whatever you would call it. It wasn't supposed to fall by people walking around the building singing and praising God. You know, they were supposed to be the ones in power. They were the ones that had the power and dominion over anybody else at the time. And all it took to bring them down was some men singing and praising to God, trusting in God, not living by sight, but living by faith. And walls of Jericho came down. Goliath fell. And Israelites were redeemed out of Egypt. So, anyways, hope you got the message. Love you. See you next time.